Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing today? Hope you're all doing great, guys. Hope you're generally fine, guys. Today I'm super excited to show you how to make this very beautiful and stylish outfit. So this is a V-yoke dress, guys. This is so beautiful and very stylish, and the fact that you can style it differently. So before I wore this, you can have a better view of this on the mannequin. You can see the V-yoke design there. Like, this is very beautiful and also easy. I'm going to be showing you all that. So this is the back view with the straight keyhole neckline there. You can see how it looks, and of course with a puff sleeve. Yes, guys. So when you style it differently, this is what you have, guys. This is beautiful. I love it, and I can't wait to share this with you. So let's just get to the drawing table. And here is my fabric, of course, and my working tools. So like we usually do, I'll just go ahead and lay it on my table so that we can get started. So here is the piece of fabric that I'm working with here. So I'm going to be cutting out for the yoke first. So you can see this. I'll be doing this for both the front and the back yoke there. Yeah. So I'm going to lay it over each other like so, and I'll go ahead now and start cutting. But first of all, take note of the length of this yoke. I'm making use of 11 inches here. I want it to be golden as much as that, 11 inches. I'm just going to add seam allowance for the hemming on the top and also on the lowest part, so that makes it about 12 inches there. Okay, yeah. So the first marking, I'm just indicating now the chest line. Yeah, that's what I'm indicating now. That's at 9 inches. I'm going ahead to rule it down there. You can see the lines there. Yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix in my shoulder slope there. So marking out 3 inches first, then of course go ahead and mark out my 8 inches like we usually do. Then I'll go ahead and take 1 inches for the slope. I'll mark that down as well, and of course create my slope right there. Okay, yeah, so that's just what I'm doing right now. So the shoulder width I'm working with, I'm making use of 16 divided by 2, that's 8, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add 0.5 inches to that. That's going to be what? 8.5. Okay, 8.5. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and indicate my shoulder width all the way now to the chest line, so you can see me marking that down straight to that chest line we have there. Yeah, so I'll go ahead now and also draw the lines there. So to get the armhole curve there, you can see me taking my tape in between to get the midpoint. Okay, so whatever it is I have, I mark it down. That's about 8 into 2, that's 4. So I'm marking that down now, and I'm going to go inwards by 0.5 so that we can get the front armhole curve there, right? So we usually do this. So creating my curve right now. So for the front armhole, then from that same midpoint, I'm also curving out for the back armhole. So you can see me creating my curve there now. Yeah, so on the chest line now, I'm going to impute my bust measurement, and I have 44 as the circumference there. So I'll divide it by 4, that's 11. Then I'll add extra 2 inches for the seam allowance, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. So I'm just extending it all the way to the lowest point there. Guys, we're done with the size. So the neck measurement I'm putting in, I'm using a neck width of 4. Then I'll be using a neck depth of 2. A neck depth of 2. This one is going to be for the back. And meanwhile, I'm going to be creating a slit much later, more like the keyhole effect there. Yeah, so I'll do that much later. Then for the front, I'm using a neck width of what? Of 3 there. Okay, neck width of 4, neck depth of 2 for the back, and the neck depth of 3 for the front. Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm doing right there. Okay, so I'm just going ahead to curve this out properly. So you can see we have this now. So we are done here now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to create my V shape. So you can see from the tip of my shoulder there, I'm going to draw my slant line all the way to the edge. Okay, you can see what I'm doing now. You can see me drawing out that V shape, and that's just it there. Our V shape design is out. Guys, we're done. Yeah, so just go ahead and cut. Well, first of all, I'll cut out for the back neckline, and the back armhole first. Then afterwards, I'll do that for the front. So you can see me cutting my back neckline there. going ahead to cut the sides. You can see I'm cutting out for the armhole right now. So after that, then I'll also cut the shoulder. Okay, so cut the shoulder, and that will be it. So I can go ahead and slit that V shape right there. Yeah, so that's it there. You can see we've just gotten our V shape there. So that's it, guys. So I can go ahead and separate this now. So I'll go ahead and cut out for the front armhole and also the front neckline. So just trying to pin it down and also separate it. Yeah, trying to chalk it down so that I don't get make any mix it up. Yeah, so going ahead now to cut out for the front neckline right now, and also I'm doing that for the armhole. And guys, we just created what? Our yoke. Yes, guys, we just done creating our yoke. So we're done here right now. You can see how this is all looking right now. Yeah, so what I'm going to be making use of now is actually the front yoke itself. Okay, yeah, but remember I said I'm going to have a slit at the back. Yeah, so I'm going to do a 6 inches slit to create my straight keyhole neckline there. So you can see me marking out 6 inches. So I'm going ahead to slit it open at that 6 inches mark. So that's enough for me. Okay, yeah, so I have my straight keyhole ready there. You can see this now. Yeah, so I'll be cutting out the facing much later. So the facing is going to be the exact same shape of what I cut out. Okay, yeah, the exact same shape, and also I'll be fixing in a loop afterwards on that neckline. So the sides now, these sides now, although we're not going to use it but we'll be making use of it later on. Okay, that's the sides there. I'm not going to discard it yet because we'll be making use of it later, but the one we're concentrating on now is this the yoke aspect. Okay, yeah, that's the one we're actually concentrating on. So that's just it now. Yeah, so you can see how beautiful our yoke design there is already looking right now. Yeah, so I just have some leftover piece of fabric, so I just want to utilize it now and quickly cut out my pocket. So I have it almost shaped out already, just trying to do the finishing there. So I'm just cutting out a pocket I'll be attaching much later. Okay, so in case you're not familiar with this, I actually have a video on how to do that linked up to already in the description box. Okay, it's super easy. You can go ahead and watch it on how to create a simple pocket piece like this. Okay, yes, and also how to attach it. Yeah, so that's it, guys. We're done here now. So like I said, I'm going to be cutting out for the yoke for each of these piece right now. Okay, yes, guys. So but before that now, the next thing we're going to do now is to fix in the lowest part. Okay, yeah, so what I will do now is to measure what I have on that V shape. So if I measure what I have there now, you can see I have about 29 there. I'll do the same thing for the yoke of the back there, and definitely I also have 29. Okay, so I'll add it up together. 29 plus 29, that's going to give me 58. Okay, so that 58 now I will multiply it by 2.5. Okay, yeah, 2.5 is going to give me about 145 there, right? So that's what I'm going to use to cut out my width. Okay, which is going to create my pleat. But if you want a more fuller effect, you can do that for multiply by 3 or by 3.5, depending on how full you want it to be. But 2.5 is okay for me, right? Yeah, so I will get 145. So whatever I get, I will split it into 2 again. So one will be for the front and one will be for the back. So I'll go ahead and cut this now. And so here I've gone ahead to cut my fabric now, so you can see. Remember I said 145, but I was unable to get 145. This is the leftover piece I have. I had to do some joinings here and there. You can see the lines of the joining. So what I was able to get is 130, not 145. So which is what I'm going to work with. So that 130, if I splitted it into 2, I now have 65 each. Okay, so 65 I will use for the front and 65 for the back. Why for the length of my top there, I have about 33 right there. So by the time I do some hemming, I will end up having 31. Okay, yeah, so which is the actual length. So, and also you need to take note that this the yoke does not affect the full length. Okay, the yoke does not affect the full length. Remember that the cutout was from the shoulder, okay, but as you go along you understand better. Yeah, so this is just the actual length of the top that I want, so feel free to cut out for your desired length. So this two piece now, I'm folding it into two like you see me doing right now. Now I'm folding it into two. I'm going to create what? A V shape. Yes, because our yoke, of course, we know that is a V shape. So if I want to attach it, it's going to be funny if what I'll be attaching is going to be this straight line. Okay, it's not going to come out well. So I have to create what, that bit of V shape so that it can align very well. So in order to do that, I'm going down by 3 inches. You can see me there. Then I'm going to use my ruler to create a slant line all the way to the edge. So that already is going to give me what? A V shape. Okay, yeah, so you can see what I'm doing right now, coming down 3 inches on that unfold part. Okay, then I'll go ahead and draw the lines from that point to the very edge there. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing now. So I'm going ahead to draw this line. So this is giving me what? That V shape there. So I'm going to go ahead what? And also cut this out. Okay, yes guys, so that's it. So if you can go deeper, you can do like 3.5 or even 4. Okay, you can actually do that, go deeper. Yeah, so that's it. Then for the sides, I'm also going to create that armhole effect. So bringing back that piece, remember I said we're not going to discard it yet. You can see this now. So I'm going to be tracing out that the armhole part. Yeah, so I'm going to trace out that part now on the edge of my this my fabric. Now you can see what I'm doing. I'll use my chalk to chalk it down. I'm also going to cut it out, so you can see what I'm doing now. Yeah, so I'm going ahead to cut it out so that by the time we're done pleating, everything is going to align on that armhole part. So you can see this now. So we've just created our armhole. So when you spread this open, can see how wide this is looking. Yeah, so what we are going to do, we will now create a pleat. Okay, so by the time you create a pleat, everything is going to come together. So whatever you are going to pleat is going to align with what you have on the V shape. So you can see by the time you create a pleat, like I'm demonstrating, you can see the V shape is already coming into place here. You can see this now. So that's it guys. Yeah, so moving forward, I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other piece as well. Okay, just the same thing as well, folding it into two like I said, and going ahead to mark down that same 3 inches that I did. I'm going to go ahead to mark that 3 inches down. Then after that, then I'll also go ahead and draw my slant line. Guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel, come on guys, what are you waiting for? It is free, it is free. Please guys, smash that subscribe button if you've not done that. I'll appreciate that a lot. Okay, and also remember to turn the notification bells. This helps you get notified every single time I upload my weekly videos on this channel. And please don't forget to give me a big like. Okay guys, share my videos. I will appreciate this a whole lot. And of course, a very big thank you to my subscribers. You guys are amazing. And if you're here for the first time, I'm saying thank you so much for stopping by. And so guys, you can see how this is looking also. So I've just repeated the same thing as well like I did for the other piece. Yes guys, so you can see this now. So by the time you make your pleats now, everything will be able to align. Yeah, so but how do you get a perfect pleat? There are two ways you can actually do this. Okay, yeah, so the first thing I would like to do is to get the midpoint. You can see I'm folding it back again into two, making sure that they are aligning at that armhole point. I'm notching it at the center. Okay, so you can see that now. So notching it at the center, I'll go ahead and chalk it down so that that center point can be visible. Now I'll go ahead now and place it at the tip of my V shape. So I'm going to make sure that they align at that center point there. You can see this now. So once you have it aligned, then you go ahead and pleat from that center point. You pleat everything you have there so that at the end of the day, it all matches up at the edge there. You can see it there, and you repeat the same thing for the other side as well. You can see everything is going to fit in there. So if this works for you, please feel free to go by this. Okay, so another way, the second way you can do this is to measure out what you already have there. We know it's 29, like we said earlier on. So that 29, if you split it into two, that's 14.5, excuse me, 14.5. So you're going to make a pleat from that center point, 14.5 on one side, 14.5 on the other side. So it's much easier that way, I guess. So by the time you pleat it already, so you just easily attach it, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, yeah, so whatever works for you, go ahead and do that. Yeah, so I'm just going to finish that up much later. So like I said, I'm going to be cutting out a yoke for this, okay, and the yoke is going to be the exact same shape for both the front and the back. So this one is for the back piece. I'm going ahead to trace out my yoke there, okay, my facing rather, I'm so sorry, my facing. Yeah, so I'm cutting out for the facing now. You can see this one is for the back, just following the exact same shape. So if I'm cutting out for a straight keyhole neckline, like I don't usually have to cut out the slit as well. You can say I didn't cut out the slit. I'll do that when I'm done joining. So just place it over like so, and go ahead and just follow the shape and sew through the slit, and that's it. So after that, you can give it a notch, then you can turn to the side. Then I can now slit open that edge, and here you can see how this is looking after I'm done sewing it. So I didn't fix my loop here, but I'm going to do that much later. I'm going to have to loosen it up and attach a tiny loop there. And for the pleat, you can see I've gone ahead to do the pleating. Like I said, you can see how this is looking. So you can see that V effect is already showing out there. You can see how this is looking. Yeah, so now I'll now bring my my V shape there. Please make sure that the V shape is actually pointed out. Okay, yeah, I'm going to make my adjustments much later there. So make sure that it's pointed out. So I'm attaching it at that center point, like I said, because I've already pleated it down, so it will be more easy to attach. So all I need to do is just to sew it all the way. If you have any excesses, even as you sew, you can just go ahead and pleat everything properly. So you can see it will align on that armhole, and of course the same thing. So once you do this, it will be easy for you to sew. Trust me, yeah, it will be easy for you to sew. And here, guys, this is it. Yeah, so you can see this is how it's going to look. Yeah, so and once that is done, then I'll go ahead and attach my pocket. So for my pockets, which I've already cut out, I'm just going to measure out about 7 inches from that armhole point there. I'm just marking that down on both sides. So I'm going to be attaching my pockets. Okay, doing this is quite easy. We've done several videos on this, and I also have some linked up already in the description box. Like I said earlier on, just sew and you have your pocket this way, right side facing each other. Yeah, so this is just what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this and also attach my yoke, and I'll come back to show you how it looks. And here, guys, you can see I've attached my yoke. You can see this is so beautiful. You can see our pocket is out here already. You can see how beautiful this is. Yes, so that's just it, guys. So like I said, if you wanted just to be more fuller, you probably would have multiplied it more, like by 3 inches and like more. So I did 2.5, and that's perfectly okay. So you can see I've gone ahead to attach my loop there. So later on I'll just be fixing in my button. So this is it, guys. Like, we're almost done here now. You can see how beautiful this is looking for both the front and the back piece. I remember what I said earlier on, that the actual length of this gown was not affected by the yoke, because the cutout started out from that shoulder point there. Okay, there are different types that where you might have to take off what you're cutting out from the yoke. I hope you understand that. Yeah, so this was not affected by the yoke. It's an important point you really need to take note of. Yeah, so that's just it, guys. Yeah, so what is left now is to go ahead now and join this piece together. Just place it over each other. Yes, guys, once I'm done doing that, then I'll go ahead and attach my sleeve. Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So you can see this now. So once I'm done as well, you can also go ahead and hem the lowest point. Okay, so like I said, just place it right side facing each other. right? Then join it on the shoulder point there. After joining on the shoulder, if you need to do some trimming out of excesses by on the armhole point, you can go ahead and do that. Just so following the shape of the pocket like you see me demonstrating, and afterwards you can now go ahead and attach the sleeve. So I'll quickly show you how to cut out the sleeve. So I have these two pieces here. So it's going to be a shift sleeve. Okay, it's not so wide, it's not so puffy like that, but it has a little bit of ease and also an elastic alongside. Okay, yes guys, so I'm cutting out for the two sleeves. So the actual length of this sleeve is just 20 inches. That's what I need. Then I have some extra 2 inches of allowance that I'll be using for the elastic casing. So the first marking there is the calf's height. Then the next one is the biceps at 7. The calf side was at 4, biceps at 7. The 3/4 length, I'm marking that at 14. Yeah, marking that at 14. So going ahead to rule out my lines there. You can see that. Then I'm going to indicate that extra 2 inches, okay, 2 inches that I'm going to be using for the elastic casing. So I'm also going ahead to rule that out as well. Okay, yes guys, so that's just it there, just trying to trim out some excesses that hanging around at the end there. So 2 inches was the extra, but what I'm actually marking out is 1.5 because I'll use 0.5 to join it at the shoulder. So just my casing 1.5 is okay for my elastic casing. Okay, yeah, so on that cap side there now, so what I'm going to do now is to indicate the round armhole measurement 18 divided by 2, that's 9, just adding extra 1 inch seam allowance there. So from that point I'll create a slant line to the edge. Okay, so we're just trying to clear the basic sleeve right there. Okay, yeah, so on the cap side there I'll put the round circumference of the arm there. That's about 13 divided by 2, 14 divided by 2, sorry, that's 7. Then I'm adding 2 inches extra, so 1 inch is for ease and 1 inch is for the seam allowance. Then on the 3/4 round circumference there, I have 13 divided by 2, 6.5, also 1 inch for the seam allowance and 1 inch for ease. Then on the lowest part towards the wrist there, I have about 12 divided by 2, that's 6, also adding what, 1 inch for seam allowance and also 1 inch for ease. Okay, yeah, so that's just what we're doing here. So going ahead to connect all my points together, and guys, it's as easy as that. Our shift sleeve is ready. Okay, you can see this is ready. So on that slant line now, I'm just trying to create my curve there, just getting the midpoint and creating my inverted S there. So have a very video on this as well, already linked up in the description box on how to create a basic sleeve pattern. In case you're not familiar, I have it linked up already. Please, you can go ahead and watch it as well. So just cutting out my sleeve there, you can see this now. So going ahead to notch the center point and also notch that point where I'll be folding for my elastic casing. And guys, we're ready. You can see our sleeve is already there. Yeah, so what is done now is just to make a fold. Just going to fold half of an inch first, then fold 1 inch again. So this is going to create my elastic casing there. So after that, we just go ahead and join the sides, and that's it guys. So we can go ahead and fix the elastic much later. Yeah, we're done guys. Once this is done, just go ahead and attach the sleeve and our outfit is done. It's done guys, as easy as that. You can see how beautiful this is looking. Once you're done, you can see how the puffiness, if there's any word like that, is going to come out. Like, this outfit is so beautiful. You really need to try this for yourself. I love the outcome of this dress. So that's it guys on how to make this very beautiful V-yoke dress. Thank you so much guys for joining me today. If you find this helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe, like, share. I'll appreciate it a whole lot. Thank you guys. See you on the next one. Bye bye.